You submitted an article to a journal and you've never heard back. What do? We're going to talk about that right now. Hey everybody, I'm Leigh from teachingacademia.com, and I'm all about giving you the tools you need to navigate academia and make your best impact. So today, I'm hoping to start a weekly series with this video where I'm finding some really good questions on the academic Twitter hashtag, and I'm going to be answering them right here. So let's kick it off with this first question. So, hypothetically speaking, say you submitted an article to a journal 3+ months ago. No word after the thanks for your submission email. You emailed the editor through the contact form over a week ago and no response. Do you follow up again? When and how? Okay, first of all, this situation stinks. Let's just be honest. And if it's happening to you, I'm sorry, it has happened to me too. So let me tell you, and I actually had to pull a submission. So let me tell you what happened to me. Let me tell you what I recommend that you do. So first of all, what happened to me is I submitted to a prestigious journal, a top journal in my field. This was, I don't know, 4 or so years ago. And it was under review for like 6 months, okay, which is ridiculous, all right? And I'm sure that in that time I had followed up and had gotten some kind of a response. But as I understood it, what was happening is that the editors were having a difficult time getting the reviewers to either to find people who would agree, or if they agreed, to submit their review. And so what happened is they couldn't really tell me, the editors couldn't tell me what was going to happen to my piece, when a decision was going to be made. And I couldn't just let a piece rot. I don't care if it's a top tier journal or not. So I emailed the editors at about the 6-month mark and said, I really need to know when, I can expect a decision on this, given the circumstances, it's taken 6 months. And if I don't hear, or if I don't know, I'm going to have to, or if you guys don't know, I'm going to have to pull the piece. And they weren't really able to tell me. So when they would be able to have a response from me, right? They couldn't say, well, I'll have something to you within a month or within 2 months, nothing. So I wrote a formal letter and I pulled the piece. I sent it to another top tier journal. Guess what? It got published. Okay. So back to this question, right? You send your email in, or you send your article in, right? You get your, hey, thanks for the submission. Here's your article, and then nothing. Okay. So let it go. First of all, I would say at least 3 months, maybe 4. You know the norms for your field. I tend to, if the norm is, let's say 2 months, I tend to give it a few weeks over that, just because things happen that we don't understand on our end as the author, right? So follow up, right? And so this person did. They used the contact form, no response. Okay, so what would I do if I got no response? I would follow up again, okay, say, hey, I'm following up, just trying to find out about this article. This is when I submitted it. This is how long it's been under review, just trying to get the status update on it, okay? And at this point, it's really reasonable, all right? 3+ months ago, it's a really reasonable thing to do. So let's say you follow up once, you hear nothing. I would give it a week. You haven't heard anything, follow up again, give it a week. And then the third time, right, I would say, I'm following up, right? Here's, because of my article, this is the number, this is the deal. If I don't hear back from you by such and such a date, right? Again, I would give it like a week and a half, then I'm going to need to pull the article, okay? So let's say that you never hear. You sent 3 emails. The third email says, if I don't get a response one way or the other, I'm definitely going to have to pull this article. Make sure you're okay saying that before you say that, all right? That would be my recommendation. It would be to pull the article at that point, because you're not getting any follow-up. So let's say that time comes and goes and you still haven't heard anything. So now we're at 3 to 4 weeks where you've been trying to reach out to an editor and you're not getting any response. If you said you're going to pull the article, now you need to write a formal letter saying, I am officially pulling my article. And I would say why. It doesn't need to be, you don't need to be accusatory. You just need to say, I submitted it, on this date. It's been 3 months, 4 months, 6 months, whatever. I'm unable to let the article sit anymore. I wasn't able to get, any sort of an update from you. So unfortunately, I'm going to have to pull this article and submit it elsewhere. So even if you send an email that says, hey, if I don't hear from you, I'm going to have to pull it, still send a formal email that formally says, I am officially pulling this manuscript, and then do what you want with it. Now, let's say that it's been 3+ months, you've been trying to get hold of the editor. Let's say the editor responds, okay? And the editor responds, and if you like the response that you get, like, hey, we'll let you know within a month or whatever that response is, if you are happy with it, then obviously you can let it sit and stay and just keep on top of it. If the editor says, like for me, in my case, we don't know, we're having a hard time getting reviews back, it's been 6 months and we can't guarantee anything for you in terms of when we'll have this review done. If you deem that response to be not acceptable for your situation, then follow up with the editor, say, thank you, I appreciate this. Unfortunately, I'm not able to, to let my piece stay in, under review. Editors are going to understand. You should not be viewed in a negative light because you pulled the piece, particularly if you're pulling it 4+ months down the road, and really you should have already been getting a response months ago. They have other things to do than sit around and keep a list of people that pulled pieces. So it's going to be fine. Okay, so that's what you do. I hope you don't get in this situation. If you do get in this situation, just know that it does happen. It's not a super common thing. It's also, unfortunately, not entirely uncommon either. So you can check out the full discussion on this at #academic Twitter, and I will link to more information for that, so you can find that discussion thread in the show notes. All right, so if you like this video and you want more tips, click right here, and I'm going to see you over in the next one.